All right, welcome everybody. We are live now on ABC 10 Facebook page. This is Three Moms and a Dad, and we are just so grateful to be here because we've got a lot to talk about and to share. So my name is Rob Carlmark. I'm a morning weather guy, but the second the clock ticks over and I'm on my way home, usually before I get in my car, I'm in dad mode, putting out fires that I know are going to be there when I arrive. So I think we're all the same. We work, we play, we have fun, and we raise kids. And we've learned a lot, and we want to share a lot. So that's the purpose of this show, Three Moms and a Dad. We've got a new face. She's in the building, but she's joining us for the first time here on Three Moms and a Dad. Shannon, tell us about yourself.
Yes, Shannon Bleeker. I'm born and raised in Sacramento. I've been here my whole life. I work right down the hall in the advertising sales department, and loving it.
All right, and Ashley, you're a vet. 1 year anniversary.
Yes.
1 year ago, they started this show, Ashley and Smiki. So, and we'll get to you in a second, but I'm going to share this on my Facebook page so more people can see it. But Ashley, go ahead and let them know more about yourself.
Hello, my name is Ashley, and I am a mom of 6. I'm very happy to be here today.
All right, and Smiki?
Wow. I am Sumiti, and I'm mom of 2, 8 and 14, and we moved here from Sacramento in 2009.
All right. So we are going to be talking about something that I think is very important and something we can learn a lot about, which is the kids are about to get out of school for 2, maybe 3 weeks. It kind of all depends.
2 weeks is not enough.
Yeah.
Right? And guess what? Just as they're going into their downtime, we are going into one of our busy times, right?
Yes.
Trying to get everything done,
Exactly.
and it's kind of a hard juggle. So you got to have some things in your back pocket of things to do with the kids where maybe it's not an all-day thing, maybe it can be, we'll talk about that. But I'm curious to learn about some of the things that you do with kids on winter break, and maybe we can all learn something. So I've split this up into basically, these are your go-to activities with your kids during break. I want to talk about your favorites, the ones you just can't wait to do that are fun, and maybe someone hasn't heard of it before. I like to know the budget ones because I'm cheap and I always want to save some money. Free is better than almost anything. And then I also want to know about a splurge because look, let's face it, it only comes around once a year, around the holidays. You have time off with your kids, which is precious. So maybe there's something that you really will spend the money, even though you know this is a little over budget, but maybe it's worth it. So I just want to start off with one of my favorites, which is the Sacramento Train Museum. And the reason why I really like this is because whenever I bring people there, they're like, oh my gosh, it's so much better than I thought it would be. It's so much bigger than you think. Then the other thing I really like to do is the train, there's the train museum on the right there. So if you remember the train museum, you get to go on the Polar Express, which is not a cheap thing, but it is,
but
it is really cool. Like the videos last forever. Maybe just you'll get through the moment of paying for it, but the videos last forever. And then one of the other fun things I like to do is I like to go skiing with my daughter. Now that is absolutely a splurge, but if you time it right, if you can go midweek, one of the smaller resorts, they have deals all the time. Sometimes kids can ski for free. So you got to search that out because it doesn't have to be as expensive as you think. So Shannon, we'll start with you. What's one of your favorite things to do during the holiday season?
A lot of times we just like to spend time with our friends and family that we typically don't get a whole lot of time to do that during the year because we're all busy. My son's 12 and a half. And so with school, with sports, with things that I have going on, I work full time, obviously. Sometimes that can be hard. So just kind of catching up with people in the neighborhood or friends maybe in other parts of the city and having a great lunch or just letting the kids run around in the park.
Okay, there you go. Ashley, what about you? What's one of your favorites that you got to do every year?
You know what? I'm kind of going to go off what you said, but I'm just going to add a little to it. We like to spend time with each other. Like I mentioned already, we have 6 kids, and my 6 children have busy schedules. I have 2 that are in basketball, 1 that's in middle school. She'll be in high school next year, so she's so occupied with her friends. What we like to do is we like to stay up late because we're not on a schedule anymore and don't have a bedtime. We like to stay up late, and we like to go to mom's bed and watch really good movies, classic movies.
Like the classic ones or like the Hallmark ones?
You know, very old school movies from when I was a kid. So sometimes I like to share things from my childhood with my children. So I'll say, oh, you know what? Let's watch this movie. Clueless is one of my favorites.
That's a classic. Very good. By the way, online, we've got Kimberly Morgan, also mom of 6. She says, what's up? Nice to see you. What about you, Smiki?
For me, like you said, we are big fans of Powerhouse Science Center.
Oh, okay.
So we go there and spend time. And To tell you the truth, I am a lazy mom. So we do a lot of activities in-house. And after Christmas, you get so many craft activities at Michael's and Target. So we purchase a lot and we do everything at home. And we do a lot of baking after Christmas, not before, because before Christmas is crazy time.
Right.
So you can do it. So we do that. And with movies, the only movie that we watch together is Home Alone. That is like one movie that we have to
one.
Yes. And the other movies I can't say because I didn't grow up here, so I would not have any of those classic movies.
Like you can mention one and be like, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I would say only Home Alone because that's what I grew up watching, and that's what my kids are going to grow up watching. And that's what we do. And adding on to Ashley, yes, we do spend a lot of time together. And my husband gets off for a week. So that is just 4 of us at home doing activities. And we can go to the park. My kid's allergic to grass and it's a rainy season.
Yeah, that's true.
So you got to enjoy the great indoors.
Yeah.
So part of this whole thing is, you know, we'll talk and we'll keep sharing some of these ideas, but we want to hear from you as well. So go ahead in the comments, let us know. And we've got a couple coming in. We've got one that says we watch shows and movies because we can't during the week. If you're going to school, you play board games,
homework,
go to the library, go to the movies.
Yes.
Special days, ooh, this is nice, where tickets are $6. Visit family.
to the movies.
We make care packages and we donate them to the homeless. You know,
That's really
That's
nice.
kind of a topic. Last week we were talking
like
about.
that.
You know, it's about spending money. It ends up being this thing, but if you can just hit the brakes for a little bit and carve out some time, it's actually a moment to teach kids about others. So yeah, just some great. There's Kelly Hecox Mullen. She's on the show very often. Hello, Kelly. Yeah, some really great ideas rolling in. And then Kimberly Morgan says we're huge on popcorn parties, aka making popcorn and watching movies and baking. Gingerbread houses have been huge.
So that's what it is
gosh.
because it becomes like on the clearance and Target.
No,
Christmas. Then you just pick it up and
I
then you
cannot
can do it.
successfully make a gingerbread house. It always wants to fall apart on me.
There's never enough frosting.
Yes, there's never enough.
Can I give you a hot tip?
okay,
It's a
I need the
literal
tip.
hot tip. Think of gingerbread houses that are not edible, i.e. hot glue. A hot glue gun is your friend.
That's the secret.
Yeah,
okay.
you can make one every year and it'll last for years and years and years. If
And
use
you know
hot
what?
glue.
If you're using the
Now we
frosting, so when you're using a frosting, make sure your youngest can just keep the frosting. They can eat it, and you can keep the gingerbread house.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
That's a good idea. I like that.
And they're gonna love that.
It's all about
That's all they
the
want
self-serve
anyway.
frosting.
And it's holiday season, so they can have it.
Sure.
Okay, so we're going to get to some comments that we did a little bit earlier from people suggesting things I put on my Facebook page. We'll take one little video break here so we can watch a video I put together. Here is my budget option. I think it's a really great one. So before I tell you what it is, I'll tell you of a video I made a year ago. Right. What do you think, buddy? This is the Echo Summit Snow Park. Again, it's $5 to park. There's bathrooms right there. It's all plowed. There's parking. There's snowman. There's sledding. There's snow play. There's a huge snowman over there. So anyway, right off Highway 50, Echo Summit, $5 to park, bathrooms, parking. It's plowed. It's a good option, a good budget option for the little ones. So I made that last year on the way back from South Lake Tahoe, and I'll tell you something. And you've done it before, Ashley.
Yes.
So what was your experience with one of these California, it's a state park. What do you think of these snow parks?
You know, I'm going to just tell you guys what happened with my family. You know, there's 6 of us. There's 6 children. We
Okay,
were
hang
actually
on.
attempting.
Let's put the kettle on. I want to hear this.
We were actually attempting to go to Tahoe,
Yeah.
and the kids were just so cranky in the car.
Mm-hmm.
So we saw a little area on the side of the road, and it looked like kids were playing in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
We pulled over, and that was their Tahoe right there. We had them play. It was really inexpensive. We only played to park, and then the kids have fun playing in the snow. I think they had tubing as well. They had to pay for tubing. The hot chocolate was free, I believe.
Okay.
And they loved it. So now we will easily go to that location instead of all the way to Tahoe. It was just as fun doing the same activities.
And I think it's just like 40 to 45 minutes drive up any of
It's
their
not far at all.
Yes, it's not far at all, and you don't have to pay. And that's what kids want right
And
now,
they're happy.
right?
We went home
Yeah.
happy. I didn't have to hear the kids fussing in the back seat again.
See, you don't have to take them to East Coast to experience the snow, right? So you could just do it over here.
Yeah.
So a couple things. If you're going to do it, bring a tote, like one of those plastic totes, an empty one, because the kids are going to get soaked. So
Yes.
bring a change of clothes.
Yes.
What I like about the snow parks, the California state snow parks, is that they have bathrooms. If you do the one on the side of the road, it might be like Farmer Jim's property, and then he might try and run you off. So some of these state parks, they have bathrooms and they're plowed, and so it's a safe place to go. And with the permit, it's $5 that you pay ahead of time, and then you put it on your car, which is actually kind of super annoying. They have little mom and pop shops along the way that you can get them. That's also a thing, but just plan ahead. Every once in a while, they'll patrol it and hand out a bunch of tickets, so I don't want you to be caught off guard. Shannon, what's one of your favorite budget things to do?
Budget things to do. We live in Folsom, so I do like to go to the Folsom ice skating rink, which is pretty affordable. And then, it's right there on Center Street, so you can ice skate for an hour or two, get some hot chocolate, and then walk through the little shops and things like that. Another thing that we do, which you kind of mentioned, is my son usually gets a big Lego set, and then I get a puzzle. And so we kind of split the dining room. So we split our dining room table, and he'll build his Legos for a few days on his end, and then I work on a puzzle on my end. And so we're together, but we're not. I don't have to build a Lego set.
With Folsom, with Folsom, actually, we've been to Johnny Cash Trail a couple of times with family.
Oh, that's a great one.
Wait, what's this?
Johnny Cash Trail is in Folsom, and it's just a little loop that you could do walk and hike with your family. And we've done that a couple of times in December, actually. Because last year, one of the December weather was like 70s. So, and it's amazing. It's so beautiful.
Yes.
You feel like you're in Europe.
Yes,
oh, nice.
I feel that way. Well, and there are some pockets on that loop.
Yes.
So it loops kind of around the prison. So Folsom's known for the Folsom Prison, and Johnny Cash Trail.
Best to stay on the perimeter.
Yes.
Right, best to stay on the perimeter, yes. But there are some areas in that loop that you're literally kind of in the middle of the forest. And there's a major road kind of not far from you, but it's a great way to get out in nature and
that's awesome.
free.
When you mention puzzles and Legos, all I can think about is the pieces coming up missing. Who have little ones, always, and they always lose the puzzle pieces or the pieces to board games, and as soon as you want to play it, the pieces are missing. You're like, oh my gosh.
It's not about losing, it's about having those Lego pieces in each room that you can keep on picking.
Right.
Starting from the day
I think the Nerf guns are the worst. The
little
bullets everywhere.
Yes.
Here's a gift for you that I will then spend the rest of my days picking up afterwards. My dad got me this giant tub of like various plastic things, like plastic pretzels and things, and it said over 500 pieces, and I'm like, thanks a lot, Dad. So here's some suggestions that came in online on Facebook. So first one is from Christine. Christine says, Wackford in Elk Grove has what's called the Pee Wee Gym, and it's absolutely fabulous. Mason, Elk Grove dude, behind the camera, you concur?
I concur.
He concurs. We believe the hours are in the middle of the day and you're able to bring food and snacks as it is during lunchtime. That's nice. That'll save some money. My kids always took a good nap afterward. And here's, you can do it rain or shine. Let's go ahead and hear from Mona. Mona said, go into the garage and show kids how to hammer and saw. Ooh, I like this one.
Ooh, I like
Let them paint a wall in a room, get some big pieces of cardboard and put an appliance store in, and help them find a way to safely cut it, or from an appliance store, and help them cut it, or bend and use masking tape to hold it all together. We've definitely made rocket ships at my house. Nice. And then Salma says, and I think we all concur with this one, hey, movie night, game night, make some snacks.
Yes.
I also wanted to add to the person who mentioned Wackford Gym. I am a member of California Family Fitness, and I love it. They're right. I like to take my kids when they're running around the house, a little antsy. I like to take them to the gym. To wear them out. Everyone comes home tired. They're calm. They're just ready to lay down, take showers, and go to bed. So and it's free. I pay one monthly membership, and that's it.
And even Sacramento Public Libraries, they have so many events going on every day that you can go to with the kids, and you could also, they have like children's room where they could just sit, read, do the puppet thing. I don't know about other libraries, but North Natomas Library does have, and South Natomas, they have a specific children's room with children's books and play activities for them. And the computers where they can play the math game or English game. So I think that's a good thing too. Being
rain
indoors.
or shine and budget conscious. We like all these ideas. So hopefully you've heard something that you like, something that you never heard of. Johnny Cash Trail. I never heard of that, and I'm going, thanks to you guys. So again, this is Three Moms and a Dad. The show's not over, because you can watch it back, you can share it with some of these ideas, and you can make comments down below and share some other ideas that you were just about to, but maybe you were watching this at the DMV and you didn't have time to do it. So again, you can leave that
You've
comment.
You've had plenty of time at the DMV.
Yeah, exactly. This lives forever. Comments down below, and again, thanks for watching Three Moms and a Dad.